Hello everybody, this is GamePro24X, and we're going to be doing a solo run of the ruins for the rescue event. So everything's going to run the same exact way, the same exact setup as the last video, and the conditions are Strongman, Black Ice, and Blizzard. So when you spawn, we're going to go ahead and go straight to Big Mouth and kill him. Because of Strongman, Big Mouth does do more damage, so be careful when he attacks you, and he will very much kill you pretty quickly if you're not paying attention or you're being pretty clumsy. So after I kill Big Mouth, I like to kind of clear out the area a little bit. That way, since I'm going to be getting back my ammo anyway, I might as well use up a bit from my rifle. So grab any ammo box from any of the detonators around, and be sure to do the side up right here. That way you get some extra iris. So depending on what side you don't like the most, you're gonna start with that one first, because since there's barely any trackers, there's no mortars, you want to start with the worst side off first. Now for me, it kind of doesn't matter, they both feel equally the same, so I'm just gonna show you the path for both sides, and you guys can determine which side you want to take for the remainder of the entire match. Some people will just go completely on the right side of the map, and some people will go completely on the left side of the map for every single drill. I just go with whatever I feel is more convenient. So, like I said, I'm going to show you the path, and you guys make that judgment for yourselves. So, while you're running along, do keep in mind of all the grabbers in the area. They're a lot harder to see because there's a lot of tall grass, but if you do toss a dummy, it can potentially make them come out of the ground. So I do that from time to time just to be sure there's none around the area. Especially if you're going through this side, because there tends to be some in the middle area on the path and kind of around it as well. But normally the trick here is to weave around as many obstacles as possible, because it does trip up the enemy AI a lot. When you get through this little segment, make sure you have your gun out ready to go, because sometimes there will be a guy that will just stop right there and block your path. And if it happens to be an armored or something like that, you want to make sure you can take care of them effectively. So typically I like to use the Geist for the Grim rounds, and whenever it comes to anything tougher or any of the Frost Wanderers, I just quickly switch to my Uragan that has flame ammo and just start unloading. So once you get to the drill, we're going to go ahead and do the trick again, where we hold out the gun and keep it held for the entire duration. So just make sure you keep an eye out on what's going on. I'm normally firing a little bit more than I should, because I'm a little bit extra cautious, but yeah, it's really not that difficult to outrun them. So long as you're weaving through obstacles, they will tend to break up, and it'll give you a little bit more time to get away from them as they try to catch you. So one important thing, if you memorized where the last Iris energy drop was, you can go ahead and pick up the remaining Iris. You won't get the bonus from completing the side up, but you will get the additional 9,000 from doing that. And if you can rescue all 3 targets with full health, that's going to be more than enough for you to get an S rank, no problem. So be sure to run over to at least one side up that you didn't get to finish and complete that. Now, obviously, if you have friends, well, you can have other people do those other things. So I came over here to grab some ammo, and I wanted to get the Iris side up from over here as well, just to be safe. Again, I'm pretty sure a lot of you can probably just skip a lot of this stuff, but I just want to show you guys the safest route and the safest strat possible to do this. So it's going to take a lot of time to practice, but with all that effort that you put in, you will definitely have a more refined method than I do. So at the second drill, go ahead and eat your food buffs, because if you do this fast enough, the food buffs will last between both of the rescues. So you might as well just eat at the second drill and up. So for this run, for the remaining 2 drills, we're going to be going on the right side of the map, and I know my path is not the exact path that Keegan has shown me, but the basic concept from the other path still rings true. You can weave around the trees, you can weave around obstacles, just make yourself more unpredictable and split up the group. But because you're going so far to the right side, you see how long it takes them for them to actually spawn and get to you. This is why most people like to either come through this right side no matter which drill they do. But yeah, again, to each their own. And just, again, keep on weaving in and out of obstacles. Keep an eye out for any trackers and such. You want to gun them down immediately. You don't want to give them a chance to live. So if you have a chance to kill one, kill them. So when you get over here to the right, you will get bombarded a little bit, but, you know, again, once you have if you have good weapons on you, you'll be able to take care of yourself, no problem. And the decoys do help kind of prevent more people from getting up and going towards you immediately. Alright, so we're going to do this again. Going to hold out our gun. Now, you can switch your secondary while you're aiming. You just need to press down on the D-pad while you do that. And I know that can feel a little uncomfortable and weird, but that's the only way you can do it without dropping the guy. So, if you're encountering this mortar that's over here, you want to go ahead and just at least shoot him once, so that he can at least guard himself, and it'll prevent him from doing anything more to you. After that, after you pass through him, you just run like hell, and then that's about it. Alright, so third drill, same exact tactic again. So just go to the right side. You don't want to go too far right, but just make sure you're far enough to where you're going towards trees and such, and, you know, just don't go to an area where there is no cover whatsoever, because as you can see here, that stupid gunner is over here firing at me. So make sure you go towards the areas that have cover. Now, I actually got lucky there. I was surprised that they didn't do a strong attack and make me drop him. So just be sure you don't do what I did and like kind of stop in front of that obstacle. Honestly, I've actually been a little bit lucky in this map in general because I've actually been hit by a few trackers, but they didn't knock me down. Like that one right there, he didn't knock me down, but he did hit me. So again, I just got very lucky, which is not going to happen to most of us. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to take the same route again as the second drill, and once again, if there is any mortars, you just shoot them a little bit. That way they protect themselves, and they won't shoot you, they won't like do anything to you for a while. And by the time they are not protecting themselves, you're already in cover. Now do keep in mind, if you save a person with all 3 bars of health, you get 100k Iris. So in hindsight, I could have just dropped the guy and let him get beat up, and I would have been able to get enough to S rank. You need 460,000 Iris to S rank. So yeah, 100,000 would have been more than enough. So long as you rescue 2 targets 100%, you should be fine. As long as you also did some of the side ops or picked up the extra Iris. And if you did actually manage to drop him by mistake, immediately go do any Iris side ups that are in the area. That's going to help you recoup and, you know, possibly win, because there are times when that has definitely saved me from losing. So this is how you solo the ruins for the extreme rescue. If you have a team with you, this is going to go along a lot easier, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to figure out how to do that on your own. But so long as I gave you guys an answer for solos, because I know a whole lot of you don't have many teammates to play with, I hope this information was very helpful. I will be streaming this event shortly after I upload this video, so if you guys need help and actually want to participate in the event with me, send me a message on PSN, and I'll definitely play with you. Other than that, I'll just be playing the game solo if nobody else wants to play with me. So that's going to be about it. Hope this video was very helpful to a lot of you. Good luck on the rest of the event. As for my thoughts about the map in general, now that I kind of know about these paths, it actually doesn't feel as hard as it used to be. So, I don't know. It definitely is a lot different, and it could be a little bit harder to some people, but to me, it feels just as easy as Fallen Village. So, I mean, take that as you will. But I do want to stress that if you want to get all your obols and you want to dedicate a day to doing that, you might want to pick up a pass. If not, you will have to grind for a very long time every day to do this. Now, if you've been doing that every single day, that's great. You should be very close to collecting everything without the pass, and I salute you for that. Anyway, this video's gone long enough. This is GamePro24X. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a while.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.